Starting the weekend off right. March bean update. They are not dead yet. We had like 3 inches of rain this week, and this is what they look like now. It's not dead yet because if it was dead, it would be mushy and yucky. But all this one did was crack and fall apart because I took it out of the ground. I mysteriously cannot find my new sunglasses, so I'm gonna look here in our A345R that I disked with in the last video. I do not miss disking, not one bit. Nope, that's disappointing. Our 9460R right there is giving us problems, throwing like a code or something. So Dad put the 9510R on the ammonia bar, and actually the 9460 is going to be replaced by something. I'm not going to tell you exactly what yet. It's very tracky. And I just have to try out Dad's new freshly deleted pickup. Hey, Def Gauge, are you okay? This truck is a Dodge Ram, just a Ram, 1-ton, single rear wheel. It has DEF, and now it's never going to run out of DEF. So I'll leave you to decide what actually happened with this truck. My 730 diesel is looking like it might be out of action for planting this year, sadly. I'll explain more about that later. But I just priced a brand new set of BKT 18438 tires for our 4320, which now might be used for planting. And it's not that bad, really, especially for a brand new set of tires. I hope my little sister appreciates the hard work I'm doing de-roofing her chicken coop. Phil and I are going to pole start our 4320 here and kind of see what we need to do with it. Yeah, didn't quite get her started the first try, or the second try, or the third try. Needed something a little bit heavier than a half-ton pickup. Question of the day, is the old truck gonna start? It's got power. Oh yeah, no problem. Now, is the mower gonna start? It's a good question. Got power. Mower started, tires aired up. Old truck started, now I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. 4320 problems. We don't have a throttle right now. That's kind of weird. Really not sure what's wrong with it. Probably needs to be serviced. So fuel filters, maybe not engine oil change yet because we may end up turning into the engine. This is just a completely different ballgame from what I'm used to. Like my whole life I've been around 2 cylinders, and this has 6 of them. It's 4 more than I'm used to. I did call the tire place in town, and 4320 is getting 2 brand new 18438 BKT 45 degree tires on Monday. What do you think about that puppy? Woof. Good dog. I did a thing. Sold. Now I have to get all my junk out of it. Day 2 of basic white girl coffee. Goodbye, blue truck. I'm not worried about the guy who bought it. He's a good guy. The story with the 730 is that the transmission pops in 3rd gear, and I'm pretty sure it's a bearing, and I'm gonna have to pull the transmission apart to find out what's wrong with it. So this is really not going to be very fun. I'm hoping today I can get the sheet metal off and pull the shift quadrant up and out of the... I'm just really not looking forward to this. My grandpa decided he was going to take my 730 for a spin. Don't try this at home, kids. Here's an update on our kitty cats. Don't ask how big they are, because this is how big they are. We've got a couple of them that look like dairy cows, about like this one. Little Smokey? We're gonna get the 510 and I'm gonna hook up to the chisel plow and we're gonna park a bunch of stuff in the shed. Well, actually, first gonna pull a bunch of stuff out of the shed, then put a bunch of stuff back in the shed. I know some people have wanted to see a little bit more of our new 8R370, and your wish has been granted. Of course, the inconvenience lights come on. Don't ask me how I feel about those. And then you just turn it. And she runs. We also got to move our 9330. Let's see if it's going to start. Oh, yeah. These new 8Rs sound like a jet when they're running at an idle. Good kitty. That cat is Louie. He's a good boy. Kind of a dog, but really he's a Maine Coon, or part Maine Coon anyways. We really don't know what he is. Over here at the old house, which is where I used to live, is where I keep most of my equipment, and it's also where we keep kind of our ugly, we don't want the neighbors to know we have kind of stuff. Which brings us to this nice blue greenish, ocean green water tank. Dad is gonna use a liquid fertilizer this spring on his planter. He wants to use this trailer because we already have it, it's paid for. And it's really just kind of a homemade, what do we have laying around the yard today kind of contraption. It really needs 4 new tires because these are implement tires. It needs street tires, like highway tires, but I don't know if we have any. It might clean up and be usable, maybe. Hey, kitty. Come here. Good kitty. Someday this old silo might come down, either because we take it down or because it falls down. Another kind of cool thing we have here that we actually built is this vertical tillage tool. It used to be a John Deere Mulchmaster, and my grandpa thought, wait a minute, how about we put like coulters on the front of it and in the back, and then put like the Star kind of throwing wheels on the back, and it's a vertical tillage tool. I've used it a couple times in the past, and it does really well. It does a better job, I think, than our Salford, but it's only 35 foot wide, not quite big enough to do what we need it to do anymore. This is what I was talking about when I said the closing wheels or whatever these things are. They're kind of spike-shaped-ish, and the coulters are just like Yetter coulters, not super fancy. Another problem with this thing is that the main axles really aren't heavy enough, and the tires aren't really big enough either. I think they're only like 12.4/16 or something like that. We did get the roof here put on our chicken Morton building. Still need to get a Morton logo for this peak right here, but I think it's nearing completion, at least on the outside. You have to ask my sister, but I think she's gonna wall off from here back for the chickens and put like boxes here for them to roost in, and then electrify it up on top so we can see what we're doing, or put a heater in here, whichever floats your boat, and then some storage here for eggs and whatnot. As much as I like to give my little sister crap, this is gonna be a really nice chicken coop. I'll give her that much. Sometimes the chickens just kind of appear out of nowhere. Dad and I got my little screw up from last video taken apart anyways, not fixed. And this is what happens when you run over the end of a hydraulic hose with a skid steer and pull it apart. Our tree puller would be perfect for all these little kind of shrubby kind of trees here along the edge of the field. But we're 3 for 3 for number of days I've been home and number of times I went to Mimi's. Here at Hannibal Tractor, I saw something that was kind of interesting. It's a Massey Ferguson, also known as White, planter. Honestly, I'm really impressed. This looks like a very slick setup. It's got precision planting meters in it, I assume. Probably gonna put twister closing wheels on it. And here's what I need right here. Kinze 3000, 6-row corn, 11-row bean planter. That would be slick. Here's another unique machine. It's a black machine. So on this black machine, you can fold these rows out and then the other side out, so you could plant like 12 rows of corn or you can fold them in like this so you can plant beans. It's really a pretty slick setup that was kind of around before like a Kinsey or a John Deere 1790. And this was the best way to do it back then. I wonder who bought this nice Kelly Diamond Harrow 46 footer. The world may never know. Yeah, I certainly don't know who that was. Could not have been us. Nope, we're just poor Missouri farmers trying to make a living. For sale, we have a free tire from the back of our 8345R. Free to a good home. You could do many things with it. You could have lots of activities in it. Make a sand pit out of it, flower bed, you name it. You can take it. 8R370 and an 8345R. This tractor pulls our bean planter and that one pulls our corn planter. We have the disc on it right now just because that's what I was using a week ago to disc down corn stalks. Now, is the 4320 gonna start? That's a solid maybe. Here she goes. The answer to that question is yes, it will start. Follow the leader. JK, I'm just kind of driving it around for fun. Watch this number. If you're a regular on this channel, you know it's about to happen. I'm about to get in that car out there and I'm about to drive to Columbia because, you know, gotta go to college and go to class. But spring break is this next week, so that's good. This right here is the worst goodbye I have to say. Oh, hey, thanks for watching, and I think that's gonna be it for this video. If you're not already, you should subscribe. We're at 2,264 currently. We're well on the road to 3,000, and then after that's 5,000, 10,000, 100,000. Limits are endless. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. You guys want to know what grinds my gears? When people take like 5 acres out of production to put in a freaking waterway. So here's my thoughts about that. All those acres that you took out of production to put in a waterway that now produce zero, you could have put terraces in, and guess what? Terraces, you can still grow stuff on them, and they still produce, and they'll produce better. And guess what? You don't have any erosion anymore when you put terraces in. Isn't that a novel concept? But waterways are the easy way out. That's my thoughts. Okay, now the video is actually over. See you later.